Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Krystal, and today we're going to talk about embarrassing parenting experiences. Are you a parent? If you are, I'm sure you have at least one experience where you were so embarrassed by something your child said or did that you wanted to crawl under a rock and just not exist anymore. And I'm going to share, I have two that are right off the top of my head that I'm going to share in this video because I'm trying to keep these a little bit shorter videos and not be super long. But if you have any, share them in the comments down below so we can get a chuckle out of other people's experiences. Also, if you want to see a part 2, I am almost positive I can come up with a part 2. So just let me know in the comments down below as well. And before we jump in, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. It's right down there. Just click it and let's jump in. Okay, so guys, this was super recent and I'm sharing this just because I never want to forget it. And one day I will have to tell my daughter about this, but today's not the day. Well, she knows, she doesn't know why, and I'll explain. Okay, so my daughter's school, they have a tradition when they're in 5th grade because that's the last year that you're at their school, 5th grade, and then you're moving on to a different school, bigger and better things, you know, growing up. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so they have a tradition where they all go out and they put their handprint on the school mascot. They paint it all white and then they put their handprint on the school mascot, and it's there for the rest of the year, their little handprints. Honestly, it kind of makes me want to cry, but anyways, this is a funny story. So they invited the parents to come and see their kids do their handprint and take pictures and all of this, and I went. Okay, so I show up at like 8:30 in the morning, and I get there, and all the little kiddies in the 5th grade are standing outside with their teachers, and the principal does a little talk, and then all the kids put their handprints on the rocket, and I take a picture of Sophia doing her handprint and take a picture of her handprint. And so they are doing their thing. And then the teachers say, hey, we're going to take a picture of each class with the teacher, you know, with the mascot. And then we're going to take a picture of all 5th grade together. So they're doing the classrooms. They do the first class. Then my daughter's class comes up, okay? They're all standing there, teacher's standing there. We've got one of the teachers that's standing up here on a bench. She's taking the picture. And she says, okay, first we're going to do a serious picture. All right? So the kids are all like, of course, they're kids. And there are 5th grade boys involved. So they're doing dumb stuff. And the teacher's like, no, serious picture. We'll do silly at the end. So they finally get the serious picture where they're just smiling. And then she says, all right, guys, everybody do a silly pose. And my daughter, as I'm squatted down on the ground ready to get the shot, my daughter does this. And my soul left my body, and without even thinking about anyone around me, I audibly gasped, no! And so something happened. I don't know if, I think the teacher snapped the picture. I did not, because I could not think. I just was like, and I don't know if that is still a thing, but back in the day when I was younger, that was like a sign of something a little bit naughty. And here's my daughter in the 5th grade in a photo at school, and I died, okay? And so I'm just like, what do I do? And so anyways, I let it go. I let her go to class. I'm not, you know, I go get in my car and I'm laughing hysterically. And at this point, I don't know if I want to laugh or if I want to cry. Like, have I failed as a parent, or is this like the funniest moment on the planet? I don't know. So later, my husband calls me and I'm talking to him and I'm like, hey, we have a scandal. And he's like, what? And I'm like, all right. So if our daughter ever runs for political office of any sort, we're going to have to get in front of this photo that exists now. And he's like, what are you talking about? And so I told him about the picture and he's like, oh my gosh. So hopefully that photo doesn't make the yearbook. At the end of the year, I will let you guys know if it is. I die. And I can't imagine what anybody else was thinking. Like, oh my gosh, and I know what she was doing. She was trying to stick her tongue out and do a peace sign at the same time, but she put the peace sign in the worst possible spot. So, I wanted to crawl under a rock and disappear. Just disappear into the soil. I'm going to tell you another quick one, and I think this is probably an experience that most parents have had. We were at Target. We were at the checkout. Sophia was 4 or 5. Both of these are my sweet baby girl because she has no filter on her mouth. Which kids really don't. Like, what if they think it, they're going to say it. And there was a girl that worked, this is when we lived in Wyoming, worked at Target that did not have her 2 front teeth. Okay? She just didn't have them. I don't know what happened. I don't care what happened because it's none of my business, but she didn't have her 2 front teeth. She was a darling girl, but she didn't. And so we're standing there checking out, and I would avoid her. Because Sophia had asked me before. Like, she started talking and I knew what she was about to say, and I would just put my hand on her mouth until we got outside, and I'm like, stop. But this day, she woke up choosing violence, apparently, because she loudly goes, why doesn't she have any teeth? And I'm like, can I hide? I wanted to just abandon the cart, abandon the stuff I was buying. Heck, I wanted to abandon the child at that point. I was so embarrassed, and I just kind of looked at the girl and I was like, shut up. Like, all I could do was one of those parent things where you bend down and you're like, shut up, just stop talking. I can't remember what the girl said. Obviously, she said something. But from that day on, if she was the only person checking out, I don't care if I had 150 items, I would go to the self-checkout. No. I was not going through her checkout line ever again. I wish her well, wherever she is. I hope she's doing great. But yeah, she did that. Oh. Anyways, if you would like to hear more embarrassing parenting experiences, leave it in the comments down below and give this video a like. If you have any, my stomach is growling if you can hear that. Apparently I need to eat. If you have any moms or dads in your life that you think would enjoy this little video and get a little chuckle out of it, please share. I will catch you guys next week. Bye.